A man, just an ordinary patrol officer, was forcibly dispatched to participate in a case investigation. At first, he just went through the motions of inspecting the scene, but quickly shifted his attention to the apartment across the street. Based on the analysis of the blood traces on the ground, not only was the victim's body moved after death, but the face was also turned toward the window across the street. For this reason, he specifically snuck into the room opposite to take a look. Sure enough, there was an overturned chair, so he casually set the chair upright and then sat down on it without hesitation. Only then did he realize in horror that the entire police investigation process was in full view. It was clear that the murderer had been here to admire everything he had done. But coincidentally, 5 years ago, he had also personally investigated a similar case at the Los Angeles Police Department, and the modus operandi of the perpetrator was basically the same. This made him have to link the cases together. His extraordinary insight, however, caught the attention of the police chief in charge of the case, who hoped that he could continue to assist in solving the case. Because in the last 2 months, there had been 5 consecutive cases of the same type, and the police had not found a single suspect. The next day, the man went directly to the autopsy room. It just so happened that the medical examiner was his old partner for many years, who had just completed the autopsy work on the deceased. It was discovered that the deceased also had a bite mark on the body, exactly the same as the previous victims. However, no saliva samples could be extracted. At the same time, he also discovered that the killer had a special fetish, which was to shave off all the victim's foot hair. However, the man's purpose for this trip was not only to understand the corpse, but also to retrieve the event report of the homicide case from 5 years ago. Although his old friend agreed to help, he warned him that there could be no more accidents. To thank his good friend for taking the risk to help, the man invited the medical examiner to lunch. Afterwards, the man returned to the crime scene. He wanted to inspect the scene again, but unexpectedly the landlord opened the door thinking that a new tenant had arrived. During the conversation, he learned that the refrigerator in the room had been broken for a long time. The landlord had called before to have a repairman come. The man suddenly felt that this was a clue and recorded the name of the repair shop, a store called ABC Appliances. The man returned to the hotel and pasted the photos of the victims on the wall. This was the file that the coroner had given him. He carefully examined it, pondering the direction of the case. The next day, the man bought clothes and deliberately dressed himself up as an ordinary person. He first went to ABC Appliances to investigate the list of repairmen. After going through the repair records, the man did not find what he needed. Just as he was backing up to leave, he noticed a 3A appliance store behind him, so he decided to go in and take a look. He walked into the store, took out his credentials, and told the owner that he needed to check recent repair records. The man noticed the repairman in the back and the rope in the corner. He carefully searched through the repair records and found a crossed-out repair record. The owner said it was crossed out because the appointment was canceled. The man completed the normal investigation and evidence collection and turned to leave the appliance store. But unbeknownst to him, a long-haired man suddenly appeared among the repairmen, staring intently at his departing figure.